Being dramatic when I tell you this. Hey, hi, hello, it's me, Sherry, back with a message for you, and you. Go ahead and click the subscribe button so you can stay tuned. We finally got the live option. Thank God. I feel like I had to beg for it. But I'm not being dramatic when I title this video saying that this video finds you because everyone else is beneath you. Now, did I list the video with the intention of it coming across a bit like pretentious and I'm above everyone else? Absolutely. Because you're kind of a big deal, my love. If this video finds you, it's really time to big yourself up, to build yourself up, your self-esteem. Highly recommended for you to meditate on the solar plexus chakra to give yourself light, source, and inspiration for fire, for power, for angst to fight. Because energetically, you are above many. You are above the rest. Now, with everything, there's always someone higher than you. There's always someone beneath you. There's always somebody next to you, whatever the case may be. But you need to be made aware of the fact that there are a lot more beneath you than you realize, energetically speaking. And I'm not just talking about people, I'm talking about situations, circumstances, places, and things that are beneath you, that you are too good for. I took notes earlier and I put that you are vibrating at a high peak where most things would only bring you down because they are beneath you, meaning you'll find yourself seeking comfort in something and it actually makes you feel worse. That's direct proof, direct evidence that you are above that situation and it itself is beneath you. And again, this is not to try to set this, oh, I'm holier than thou energy, but it's more so to bring you to the awareness of how relevant this information actually is, because it's pertinent for your survival, for you to be made aware of what's going on. Because if not, you will continue to be within these certain situations, circumstances, and communicate with these people that are necessarily beneath you. And you not being made aware of it, again, could be detrimental to you. Because the main message here was for you to gauge the energy and set the pace or leave the space. So like I said, you'll be vibrating at this high peak and then you'll look for comfort in something that makes you flatline, you crash, or you hit rock bottom. This feels like a misery loves company type of vibration here. And you have to recognize misery at the door before misery makes you the company. Okay. So this is also a message to be mindful of the company that you keep, because again, you yourself are a pretty humble individual. But you clicking on this video lets me know that you're not blind to your level of importance, your level of status, your level of stature. You are very much aware of the fact that you do have some sort of pull in the spiritual or energetic realm of the world, okay? So now what I'm going to do is expand here for messages of growth. Okay, we've got the Three of Swords popping out immediately. Again, I want to reiterate the message that I opened up with. This video finds you because everyone is beneath you, energetically speaking. You are vibrating at a high peak where most things would only bring you down because they are beneath you. So be mindful of the things that you are seeking comfort in. That was definitely a Freudian slip. Sinking. Make sure you are well aware of the things that you are seeking comfort in, because they could be sinking you. Okay? Gauge the energy and set the pace or leave the space. So this means in certain situations, some of us, we don't believe in just cutting somebody off because they're low vibing or they're low energy. So this is not saying that you have to do that, okay? You do not have to cut everyone and everything off that feels like they're energetically beneath you, because even things below you can teach you something, can help you rise above, can help you see a greater pasture from beyond your current scope, okay? This is not Again, not anything to set anyone apart other than to make you aware of yourself and your energy, because again, it could be detrimental if you don't pay attention. So again, gauge the energy. So decide how much of a hit is this taking on my energy? Like, how low am I really sinking to be here? And if it's worth the sacrifice of your own energy because you know that in the long run it will pay off, then set the pace so you can gauge how much it can take from you, how much you're willing to give. Or in some cases, you could just simply have to leave the space. All right, now I just started pulling cards. Our very first card out here is the Three of Swords, and this is interesting. This is the first time this has ever come across this way. This card is coming through to me as an apple that's been like shot all these arrows through, and apples to me represent temptation. And you're immediately saying no, immediately rejecting said temptations or said offers here. Tap me into the collective that finds this video. This video finds you because everyone is beneath you, energetically. All right, we go from the Three of Swords to the Ace of Cups. This also feels oddly familiar. You could be having moments of like, ooh, this has happened before, like deja vu. Something about this feels very familiar, especially those of you that feel like you are cleaning out your closet. Yeah, the Six of Swords here. Something about this moving away feels synchronistic, symbolic, familiar. The Three of Swords is being clarified by the Seven of Swords, which is, if you know, I like to do the maths. To go from 3 to 7, that's 4 swords. 4 swords represents rest. I immediately talked about how you're throwing daggers into the apple, saying no, 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 no to the temptation. This talks about your foresight and your ability to see through situations and circumstances. So again, trust your insight, trust yourself. Because you know more than you think. You could also be saying some things that you may not feel like you have physical or tangible proof, but for some reason you know, like so solid within your being, that you need to say something or you need to stand on something. There's something here about like maybe calling a bluff. Something about calling the bluff will require someone to rise to the occasion. Okay, so there are circumstances here where you may step in as the instructor, and in order to steer a situation in a different direction, you kind of set the pace or set the tone by presenting a new perspective from a higher space, a higher plane, a higher octave. And I'm hearing that this is the remedy. This is the remedy. This is the key. Justice reverse, clarifying the Six of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. Back to you. This video finds you because everyone else is beneath you energetically. As crazy, as pretentious as it may sound, Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, you have the remedy or the answer or the recipe to something that people do not want to see or do not want to recognize. But they're going to have to. You simply cannot be ignored. 99 to the world. 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands to the world. You're on the brink of some sort of a breakthrough here, or some sort of respect or recognition of some sort of resonance or reverberation or vibration. And vibrations create frequencies, sound. There's something here significant about your sound or your vibration, your frequency, the things that we're talking about here that cause and call people to rise up, to rise above. So I'm going to repeat this because y'all know I love to repeat my messages. Gauge the energy and set the pace, or leave the space. We have Mercury popping out here. And again, do not doubt the level of intelligence that your mind possesses all on its own without, like, I use this loosely because, you know, some things you don't need to be going based on without evidence or proof, but intuition sometimes is the evidence, is the proof. But just, of course, make sure you're checking yourself in regards to that. But there is this energy that if this video is actually for you, let me put it that way. If this video is actually for you, it's really time to crack down on it, to really declare your knowledge and your worth. This kind of feels like being in a space and having to, like, you have to know who you are in this space or they're going to tell you that you're not. It's giving stand for nothing, fall for anything. Yes. Stand 10 toes down, like the leader that you are, on the things that you find valuable. Spark these conversations, ask these questions, because it's time to nip something in the bud. It's time to wrap something up. Something has overstayed its welcome here. And the only way to move past it is for you to step up and lead in a way that you never have before, which requires you to see yourself in a light that you never have before. This video finds you because everyone else is indeed beneath you, energetically speaking. You're vibrating at a high peak where most things would only bring you down because they are beneath you. So be mindful of what you are seeking comfort, or whom you are seeking comfort from, because they could be the anchor, that is sinking you. Okay, the anchor that is sinking your ship. So gauge the energy and set the pace, or gauge the energy and leave the space. All right, this is all that I have for you. Significant things coming through here: Mercury and second house or Taurus energy, as well as Virgo and Sagittarius. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.